Good morning, everyone. It is day 3 of VEDE, and it is morning here in Italy. About 6:30 actually, which translates to about 11 p.m. North American / Central Standard Time. And right now, I'm just walking around with my roommate Jeff. Hey Jeff. Yeah. We're just walking around figuring out what we're going to do for the next some hour or whatever, because we're kind of up early. But that's what jet lag does to a person. So yeah, it's a foggy morning. The sun is rising over here. And there's clouds, lots of clouds. And yeah, we're just hanging around. A lot of cars up too. So I guess it's commute time in Italy. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to go to Rome this morning after we get done with breakfast and everything, and once we figure out when and what breakfast actually is. But yeah, we're just going to walk around until then. Look at this beautiful gate. It's just filled with flowers, and it's so lovely. I like it. It's so awesome. But yeah, so it's also rained apparently during the night, and we heard thunder a few seconds ago. So I don't know. But yeah, sorry it's so dark. Gotta refocus here. There we go. Yeah. Still didn't do anything. Alright, yeah, so we got a covered villa that we're gonna probably hang out in. And I'll talk to you guys later once I'm in Rome, hopefully. It's raining!
It was still raining even when we got into the bus and drove to Rome, but it was okay because then when we got there we got to see these really cool walls that were built around the city by the ancient Romans to keep the invaders out. And as we were going by, we also passed the Baths of Caracalla, which we never got to see in person actually going in there, but they were really popular with the Romans at the time. And I also took a weird picture of the weird trees because I just like the way the trees look in Rome. And then I also saw the Emperor's Palace up on the hill that you pass by once you go through Rome to go to the hills. And then we also took a couple pictures of the really cool buildings that they have in Rome because they all look old, but they're not. Some of them are old, some of them aren't. It's really kind of neat to see. And then we got dropped off, and then...
Guys, I'm in Rome! Yeah, that's the Vittoriano right there. And this thing, I am so amazed. This city is beautiful. Oh my god. Not just like the, hi Cameron. It's not just the whole architecture, but just everything in here. And you, unlike anything I've ever been anywhere. This is so cool. Oh my god. We're going to the Pantheon right now after we get done here, but yeah, this is nuts.
But before we went to the Pantheon, we actually went to circle around the Vittoriano, where we saw these really cool steps that were just slanted. They weren't really steps, they were more like a slope that had gradations on them. And then in the middle of that square, because this is like a museum square, was the replica of the famous statue of Marcus Aurelius, who was too big for his horse. And then we got to go around and you can see some of the statues that are on top of the Vittoriano, which are bronze. And once you get behind the Vittoriano, you can also look down into the Roman Forum, because it's literally right there. And Jeremy matched his selfie stick, which was really funny. But then behind it, there's also these buildings, and they had little niches with statues in them. And then as we walk down the hill, we can also get another better look at the Forum, and you can look down and see into it. And it's really, really kind of fascinating, honestly. And then we passed this little hedge that was carved in the shape of the wolf, which is the Roman symbol, of course, with Romulus and Remus feeding on the teeth beneath it. And then with another better look at the Forum again, you can see just how close it is to the Vittoriano, because it's literally right behind Jeremy's back. And then there's this triumphant arch that's at the end of it. And I'll see that tomorrow, and I'll show you that then. And again, another look at the Forum. It's just really, really pretty. Again, it's really cool. And then we saw the marketplace of Rome, which is right across from the Forum, and there's a really neat triumphant tower there, but I didn't get a picture of it at that point. And then turning around, you can see the Vittoriano again, and it's a huge, huge building. I don't know if I got the scale of it in my vlog or anything, but like that building is amazingly big. I was just surprised. I still can't really believe it now, but just got a lot of cool money shots in front of it. And then as we were going around, we got to see basically the underside of the city, because there's the levels up to it, and you can see the old passageways as well as the stuff that currently exists. And just looking up around, you can see the various levels that Rome was built on as they were passing through history. And looking behind, we got another shot of the Toriana before we left and made our way towards the Pantheon. And as we were going, we passed these back streets of London, and we passed this cool church facade that was really nice. I don't really know too much about it. I just saw that was cool to look at. And then once we got around we came around the back of the Pantheon, you can see these ruins that are built up sort of around it and showing that there were buildings around it at one point, but they don't exist anymore. And now we got an intro in.
Guys, it's the Pantheon. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You excited?
Yes, Cameron, I am very excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just thought I'd give you guys a little look inside the Pantheon, sort of spin around kind of thing. Walked to a restaurant that was very near to the Pantheon. We just kind of walked along the streets and found one, and then we had this really, really yummy food. It was so good, oh my god. And on our way to the Vatican, we passed some very familiar symbols that were very close to home.
We're on our way to the Vatican right now. Gonna be there. Probably not gonna be able to take much video in there, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we're on the way to the Vatican. It's right over there. Don't know how well you guys can see, but yeah. See you in a bit.
That's one of the exits of the Vatican. And the thing about the Vatican that I found interesting as we were walking through it, that right there being a statue that's actually in the entrance area. But what I found was that with St. Peter's Dome and everything else and all the other stuff, and this place that you can see right now that's actually that part of the Vatican that the public isn't allowed to go to, where people actually work. And this is Pinecone Square, which is named so-called for the pine cone, of course. And then In the center of it is a piece of artwork that was donated by a king, I think, to the Vatican. That's it right there. And then there's also a head of Alexander the Great, which is right there that you can see. That's pasted on the side of it, which is kind of cool. And then when we were going through the Vatican, there weren't a lot of there were places we couldn't see, which is like that, which is a whole hall of statues. But I just really liked the Vatican. I just didn't really realize how much of an arts dedication it has. And then that's a bunch. And there's the ceilings. Everything is artistic, and that actually is not. That's actually two-dimensional. That ceiling. It's actually painted, and it's kind of cool. And then we got to this room. There was a bunch of statues, and that one's one that I saw in my history textbook. I don't know what it's called, but I liked it. This is a statue of Apollo that our guide was really into because she liked saying to girls that he was the perfect man because he's Apollo. That's Neptune, I believe, or Uranus, one of the two. And then we get to a really famous statue, which is Lao Kun and his sons right there, which was really cool to see, and that it actually exists. And this one, I think, is a harpy. Not sure, but I just don't know what it was. I just thought it was cool, and I took a picture of it. And then a whole other gallery of statuary. And again, the thing about the Vatican that I found that was really interesting was that how much art is actually in it. Like, it's got the largest private art collection in the world, and it's amazing to think about all of this stuff and how much is in there. I didn't even get like half of what I saw because we were walking for hours, but we were able to see a lot of cool stuff in this place. And I mean, even the floor was decorated. Like right there, you can see the floor is just inlaid amazingly, and all these rooms were for the different popes, and each have his own individual room, and it's crazy to think about. Like, yeah. So I took pictures whenever I could, but it was just like there weren't a lot of places you can take pictures. And another example again of 2D art that looks 3D, which is crazy. Like this is all 2D right here. So, and then we come to the largest painting in the Vatican, which is of a Polish king stopping a battle from an order from the Vatican.
So after we got done walking through the Vatican and the hours that took, we got to see the Sistine Chapel, which was beautiful and amazing. And then I didn't actually get to take any pictures of it because you're not allowed to. But the thing was that while I was there, I was basically standing directly underneath the creation of Adam for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we got to move to the back and see the whole thing that was all plastered that way. And it was just a real sight just to see all of that Michelangelo had managed to do and everything, and it was pretty cool and awesome and great, and I'm just really grateful that I managed to get to do that. And yeah, so
And then we went into St. Peter's Basilica, and I got to see the Pieta, which was so beautiful and so, wow. Just the life that's in that statue is amazing to me. Also inside St. Peter's Basilica was the Canopy of Bernini, which is right in the center, and it's the largest piece of bronze, like in terms of artwork, in the world. And it was so ornate and pretty and beautiful and really interesting. And also there they have the couple of bona fide popes, including this one in the 1960s, and then Pope Innocent X, who is a lot more black in terms of his mummification. And they also had John Paul II, but I didn't get a picture of his. And then underside the dome of St. Peter's dome is just like really pretty, and that's the dome that Michelangelo built. And then there's also this piece of Bernini sculpture where Death is reaching up to try and get the Pope, and that one's really dark and really interesting. And you can actually take pictures with the flash in the basilica because all the things that look like paintings are actually mosaics, like that one by Michelangelo. And then underneath all the domes they have artwork that's painted on it. Looks really beautiful. And the outside of the Swiss Guards, of course, who in their spangly outfits, and they look really cool, but they're actually supposed to be really formidable, so I didn't mess with them. That's the facade of the dome of the basilica right there, and then yeah, the statues on top of the saints and everything. And then actually they have the spot where you can see the Sistine Chapel where the popes go to vote on the next pope, but they don't actually build the chimney until they actually have to vote on a new pope, so that's why it wasn't there, but it's right in that spot. And then just looking at the basilica as you're leaving the square, you can see the facade and the dome. It looks really cool. And in the center of the square is this obelisk that's again from Egypt. They have a lot of Egyptian obelisks in Rome because the Emperor's all went to seize it, and that square is huge, as you can see.
And then we went to dinner, which was good, but it wasn't exactly like great, but you know. And then we took a walk to the Spanish Steps because the restaurant was right there next to the Spanish Steps, and we hung out there for a while. And that was where I spent the rest of the night until we went back to the hotel. But I'll show you all the clip from that right now.
So the Spanish Steps were understandably packed. It seems to be a hangout spot for both tourists and locals alike. And they had this really beautiful fountain at the bottom, which was had drinkable water, and I filled my water bottles up there twice, and actually had these same water bottles that I was carrying around with me for the whole trip. And yeah, it was just a really interesting and nice square just to hang out in. And they had this cool bubble guy who was making bubbles for all the kids and all that, and they were going around popping them. It was kind of neat to see. And then from the top of the steps, you can just have this really beautiful view over Rome because they're really tall, and just you get to see a lot. And then we also saw a street artist at the bottom there too, and it was kind of neat to see. And then they also had a really nice way to end the night once I got everything done there. So
First Italian gelato! I got mixed fruit and Nutella and milk and dark chocolate with whipped cream on top. Oh jeez. This has been a good day. This has been a good day, my friends. By the way, I'm doing this vlog John Green style. I'm not wearing pants.